Hey guys, we are in the basement, and today guys, on this episode of John's Arcade, well guys, we are getting out of here. That's right, it is yet another John's Arcade on the road and an unboxing, that's right. Now, you know, my buddy Jay and I, we've been operating some games at a place called the Hangar Pub and Grill and Amherst Brewing here in Massachusetts. Now, with COVID restrictions lifted, we're ramping back up, we're opening back up, and in this video here, we got a brand new game for our Amherst location, and yes, it is the new Stern Pinball Mandalorian. Now, I'm super excited to see this. I don't really know a lot about it, to be honest. I've only seen like still images on the internet, but in this video here, we're gonna unbox the thing, set it up, play a few games, look at all the insides and the guts. It's gonna be very exciting. So anyway, enough of that. Let's get in the car and take a ride to Amherst, Mass. All right, guys, we're in Amherst, Mass. It looks like there's a storm coming in, Jay.
There's a storm brewing. What's going on?
I don't know. So we're at the Hangar Pub and Grill and Amherst Brewing Company, and Jay, we haven't done a video here
in like 5 years.
So we just opened the arcade back up. COVID restrictions have been lifted.
Yep.
Things have changed in here.
Just a little.
Our space is a little smaller. But we did just get a new pinball machine.
We did?
Yes.
Let's go
Mandalorian. It was just delivered, so we're gonna unbox this thing.
Moments ago.
That's right. So you can see things have changed quite a bit. The brewery actually kind of expanded and we lost some space. So I think there's like 18 games in here. Yeah, so here's the Mandalorian. It just showed up. But you can see there's a Star Wars pin, not ours, Ghostbusters, Stranger Things. We had a Jurassic Park. We just took that to our new third location, which is in South Hadley, Mass, at the Hangar Pub and Grill. Street Fighter Turbo, Mortal Kombat 2, Pac-Man, Aliens, Extermination, all games that were here before. Crazy Taxi, Galaga, Pole Position 2, Super Mario Brothers, Frogger, a pair of Cruisin' Exoticas, Time Crisis 3, a basketball game that's not ours, and our skee ball. And then over there is the new second arcade in the building. All right, so we lost some space over there, but we're adding a second arcade in the building, and this room's kind of like under construction. It's not ready, but we're gonna be bringing more games in here.
Yeah, this is gonna be like another bar area that they do whatever, like private events and other stuff, right?
Yeah. And so that's kind of what's going on, but we're here to open the Mandalorian, Jay.
Let's do it.
I'm pretty excited. You know, who designed the Mandalorian?
Not Brian Eddy. Is it Brian Eddy or I don't know.
We should look that up in between cuts here. I honestly don't know a ton about it. I think it's like an amazing license for pinball for a place like this with families and kids.
I'm just happy it's not another like rock band.
Yeah, it's not like it's not Nickelback or.
Something a little better than that.
Yeah.
All right.
So Star Wars Mandalorian Stern. This is the Pro Edition. These just started shipping a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is what it looks like when you get a pinball from Stern.
In a box.
In a box. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and open this up and set it up and check it out. Again, you know, I've only seen really just still images online. I don't.
It's really cool.
It looks super cool. Yeah. And then again, this is the basic edition. It's the Pro.
Right. And if you're an operator, this is what operators. This is what they run. They run Pro models. They don't run premiums or LEs.
Right.
They get played a ton, and this thing's going to take a beating on location.
Yeah. And we have all the pros here. You can see on Stranger Things, there's a little Pro Edition tag they started adding to the games and stuff. Ghostbusters, a little older. They didn't do that, but that is the Pro. With some upgrades though, with the topper and there's a shaker motor in there. All right, Jay, let's get this thing open.
All right, let's go.
I don't know what to make of this.
All right, Jay, you excited?
I can't wait, John.
So the artwork looks pretty cool.
What's the last? Jurassic Park was the last. No.
Stranger Things.
That was the last new unbox pin that we got, right? And how old is that now? Is that 2 years?
That's 2 years. Jurassic Park is. It was the date of manufacture on the back of the game is August 2019.
Of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, so it's less than 2 years old.
So then we got
Stranger Things a year later, I think, right?
In 2020, like early 2020, before the pandemic happened.
Yeah, I think we did.
Okay.
So this game was inspected on June 3rd. So this was made
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Arbor looks pretty cool, man. This has like a Big the Child, like the Baby Yoda in it.
Oh, it does,
a big toy. Yeah, I think so. So all right, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna put the front legs on first, and then kind of lower it down, and then lift up the back and put the back legs on.
What's so urgent? What's so important? What's so urgent? What's so urgent? What's so important? 'Cause I'm not ready to be the one you call.
I like the artwork.
Yeah, this was made on June 10th, and right now it's what, June 29th?
9th, yeah. It's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great looking. I like the colors, the orange. It's kind of like Indiana Jones-ish.
Yeah, it is. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a big baby Yoda in here. Yeah, right here, look. Look all-
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. That is cool.
All right, let's keep going. All right, so we have the game down, and now we're kind of doing the finishing touches. Inside the coin door was the coin bucket, and then what they call kind of a goodie bag, or actually the goodie bag's in there. This is just
there,
like the balls, the tilt,
Fun Bob.
and then the bolts for the head, which are here.
All right, these are the balls. Right?
How many balls are in this game? Six? Six balls.
The other Jurassic Park had 6 balls too.
Yeah,
What do Stranger Things have, you know?
I don't know. Okay. So you can see kind of the new design. Like on the old Williams games, you'd have like a turnbuckle here to lock the head to the body. And then the Stearns like Ghostbusters had like 2 bolts like here to lock the head down. And they're still here actually, look it.
Are they?
Yeah.
You never removed them?
No, they didn't. That's threaded. So now you could put them in the back,
Right.
which makes a lot more sense.
Total sense.
Yeah.
Remember the old ways you have to open up the back box,
I know.
take the glass out, put the bolts in. Oh god.
Dude, there's a lot of stuff in here, man.
Pretty busy.
Remove before operating game. The piece of paper or the plastic? Which?
Maybe the elastic band.
I remember when we set up Jurassic Park, there was a rubber band. It's not here now, but there was a rubber band around the truck.
Was there? I don't remember that.
Do you remember on Jurassic Park?
Did we leave it or something?
Yeah.
Whoops.
There's 2 balls that spin around on that truck in the middle.
Okay, and we left the
And
band
I was
on it?
playing it. I'm like, why doesn't the truck move? And we left the rubber band down. I think the art package is fantastic. Yeah, and we'll take the glass off and kind of look at everything.
Right. Let's get it in.
Pretty slick. All right, Jay.
All right.
It's coming together. So we did raise the legs a little bit in the back so that we were kind of in the middle here on the little bubble level. We are removing before operating game. So the ship's here, all rubber band and protected from shipping. So Brian Eddy did design this. We confirmed that. And so Brian actually also did Stranger Things. He did Attack from Mars. He did Medieval Madness.
Well, it only makes sense, John, that we put this right next to Stranger Things.
Yes. And Stranger Things has an Attack from Mars type center feature too, you know, where something opens up and you shoot it. I actually personally really like Stranger Things a lot. We play that a ton. But I'm impressed with the toys and all the things going on here. That ship is awesome.
That is cool.
And I think they made all new toys for this game. You know, back in the day, like the early days of Stern, they were going to like Walmart and buying. Yeah, yeah. Like on 24, there's like some army guys.
Yeah.
Like military guys. Yeah.
I always see like I think it's Mustang has like the car and it looks like a Matchbox car.
Yeah.
Straight out of.
Like I think back in the day,
That's what they did?
were doing stuff with like that with certain games.
Wow.
I think 24 for sure had like.
Wow.
Is there little plastic army guys or are they 2D? I don't remember. So yeah. All right, so we're really ready to turn it on.
All right, so the only thing we
gotta put the balls in. Oh, you dropped those
the
in.
only thing we need, John, and I think this might be in the goodie bag, is the $1 per play kind of whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll swap out that.
Yeah.
We could do that later.
Okay.
Let's just kind of play it and see what it's all about.
All right,
you
let's
know?
do that. Yeah.
So is it plugged in or?
I'll go in here and plug it in. Let me just put the glass back on.
We can leave it off. It'll look better in the video. No, yeah.
It's gonna be loud, no?
Yeah, it's okay.
You really want to leave it off?
I do. Yeah, we'll play a game with it off.
The first game.
Sure.
All right.
We don't want glare.
All right.
We got to see everything. There's a lot of stuff going on here, though. Look, I like this little shot up here with these targets and the flipper on the top. Yeah, the Mandalorian ship is pretty cool, man. That's a great model.
Okay.
And this little target that goes up. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
It's on the bottom. It's on the bottom.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. All right, let's turn the light off and see what happens here. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
And we should open up the back box. We'll show you guys the board. So obviously this has a LCD, which really makes the game, like Ghostbusters with the DMD, seem kind of old. All right. So why don't we coin it up? We'll throw some.
I think it's still booting.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because playfield didn't come on yet.
Oh, okay. Language, English. Oops.
Back. You're in.
Okay. Did I just hit Spanish? Hang on. Oh my god.
Yep.
Back. All right, English. Okay. And then next.
Right. Yes.
USA.
For now, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll change the settings later.
Right. Yeah.
Game volume,
Yeah.
18. Is that?
No, that's not it.
We could do this later.
Yeah. Let's just let the game turn on.
All right, exit. Guided setup complete.
Oh.
Okay, there we go.
Look at that, huh? Wow.
It looks great.
Yeah, it does.
It looks
really does.
super.
And I think your comment earlier about the color scheme, like
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, that
Yeah.
kind of orange rustish.
Right.
Definitely, the playfield reflects that too.
Yeah, just that kind of orange.
Yeah, really neat. Really neat. And check this out, John. These light up back here.
Oh, that's
Rustic.
slick.
Yeah.
I like this shot. I'm curious what this is all about. Do you see this?
Yeah.
What does it hit?
like Is that like a double pendulum? Is that what that is? Is that?
Oh, it can go either way.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Manufacturer's protocol dictates.
I wonder if does the ship react to it somehow?
Beginning self-destruct countdown.
Is there an optic up here? I see a board.
Yeah, there is a board under there. Yep, that is exactly what it is. It registers when I do that.
With the optic?
No, it's like this piece of metal, so it's almost like it's like the proximity board or something that senses when the metal there's a piece of metal on the side here. You can see that. It senses.
Right.
The board senses when the metal gets close to it.
Gotcha. And then back here, there's a cool mechanism. So the ball will come up here.
Do this.
Then
thing
this
here.
gate, I guess, opens and closes.
Yeah.
It's like a diverter, right? So sometimes it'll go through.
And there's an opto here. I can see that.
So when this comes down, it'll go around there, down these steps, which is kind of cool, and then into this little upper area with the flipper and targets.
Yeah.
But when the gate is open, oh, I see. It goes all the way around.
Oh, it comes out this way.
Yes. Oh, that's slick.
That's pretty cool.
That's slick.
So should we try it, John?
Yeah, and there's a scoop right there. Yeah, let's play it, Jay. Why don't you play it and I'll film you?
Oh yeah.
Let me put some credits on here.
I thought it was free play.
Is it? No, it's not. All right. All right, Jay, go ahead. Cool music.
Pretty neat.
There are more missions to complete. Get back in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Not the skills you thought you had.
That's cool.
So Yoda does he doesn't do anything, right? He's just eye candy back there.
Yeah, I think so.
It'd be cool if his head moved or something. I like that shot. Let's turn the music up just a hair.
There you go.
All right. Is it tough?
Here, Mando. You can have that
Jay,
back.
do you consider yourself good at pinball?
Absolutely not.
Neither do
I
I.
am not a good pinball player. But I do like the way this game looks. It really.
Yeah, it sings, man.
I'm gonna tell you, Stern's come a long way with the LEDs and the way they change the colors and the scheme
absolutely.
they use. Like this reminds me of like when Jersey Jack first came out with what was their first?
See you
pin?
next time,
The,
Mando.
The Pat Lawler one?
No, the very first pin Jersey Jack did. It was
Willy Wonka?
no.
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. Yeah, it was the Wizard of Oz. Remember
Yes.
the LED effects they did on that game? Everybody was blown away.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the color scheme.
Yeah.
And the way they changed it and everything.
Right.
This kind of reminds me a little bit of. Like,
Sure.
Stern's caught up. I think.
100%. I mean, the early criticism of Stern in the beginning
Yeah.
was they were using style guides from like movies and whatever,
right.
and it was Photoshop artwork,
Same thing over and over.
art that you saw a million times
Yeah.
on other
They
things.
printed it out, put it on the plate
Yeah.
field, and that was it.
And the criticism was, why can't you do original artwork
Yeah.
like Williams used to do?
Right,
You know,
right.
Williams would do Addams Family,
Yep.
and John Yowsey would create brand new art that never
Correct.
existed.
Yeah.
You know, and with Ghostbusters, this was kind of, I think,
One of the first times they did that.
yeah, with all original artwork.
New artwork.
Like
comic drawn.
Yeah, the artist that did this escapes me. It's not Dirty Donnie, is it? I don't remember, but all original art. Now, Stranger Things, obviously, there's some. Actually, I don't know if that's original or from a style guide though.
Yeah.
But that you need that. That's like that '80s
Yeah, I
movie
agree.
poster
I
look.
agree.
You know, that's like Raiders Lost Ark poster and
Right. But
the
this
faces.
is not, but Mandalorian is not that though, right?
No,
Mandalorian
I think it's all brand new. Yeah.
I agree.
And the playfield art is fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. Really cool. You want to
Awesome.
give it a whirl, John? You want to try it?
Yeah. Let me.
You want to hand it off to me?
Sure.
All right.
Let's try it.
All right.
Trying to hit that ship shot. You can sneak past the right there. It's actually a tough shot. There, I hit it. I don't know what that did for me. Oh, 2 more to light Razor Quest multi-ball. All right, hit it again. 1 more to light the multi-ball. Let's get it again. Come on. No.
Not your best work.
I love this game. I could tell already, dude. Yeah, that's right. That shot, I love that shot right there. There, I hit it. All right, so multi-ball is lit. So how do we start it? Cool DMD animation or video. Pirates multi-ball, hit lit arrow shots. Cool light show.
Watching, is she serious?
satisfying, man.
Yeah. Cool effect.
So I'm curious how you get that diverter to come down back there. Yeah. Let me try to hit that ramp and see what happens.
The child has something for you. Shoot the right orbit.
It says the child is lit. So it wanted me to hit the right orbit.
Here we go.
Listen, first impressions here are pretty positive, I think.
Yeah, I agree. I think we got a winner, John.
Yeah. So I guess I want to hit that right orbit to get the child.
Yeah, I think that's
It's lit up right there. I'm also trying to advance the Razor Crest multi-ball. Oh, the child's on the left orbit too. Let's see if I can hit that.
Scope activated. Excellent shot.
Yes! We did it!
Enter your initials.
Look at, I'm the grand champion, Jay.
well, you are the first.
You didn't get your initials on there, did you?
I didn't really try.
Fantastic.
All right, Jay, what did you think?
I think it's a really great pin so far, John.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've only played one game,
Right.
but I'm pretty impressed so far. The shots are really interesting to me.
Yeah.
So we just thought we'd open up the back box here and just kind of show you what a modern Stern pinball looks like now.
A little bit different, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if you open a Williams from the 90s, there's like 5 boards,
Yeah.
fluorescent bulb. No, actually, there'd be incandescent bulbs.
Lots of bulbs everywhere.
So now it's a single board system. The LEDs that light up the back
back box
glass
are these
are
little-
on the
that
board.
crazy?
Yeah. The software you can be updated via SD card. Actually, you
Right.
plug in a USB stick to update it, and that's
Yeah.
where it's stored.
Right.
We did have the SD card fail on Ghostbusters.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like a $3 fix.
Yeah.
You know, I just downloaded the new software on a USB stick.
Easy.
Threw a new SD card in there. We have a modern switching power supply.
Yeah.
This is some kind of, what is that, some filter board or something?
I think that's power distribution or something.
Okay.
Some caps on there and lots of power.
Oh, it's a node power. So this game has all these nodes, right? And they're under the playfield, aren't they?
Right, so they've moved where everything was centralized in the back box in
Right.
terms of like all the controls and the signals and switches and all that stuff. They've decentralized it. This is just kind of the computer that runs the game program, and then all those things that recognize the switches and the optos and all that stuff. Those are the node boards now underneath, and I believe they all connect via like this Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
Onto this, main CPU board, which
Right.
I don't know if this is Spike or whatever they call it, but this is Stern's,
Yeah.
platform, right?
Yeah, and these Ethernet cables
Yeah,
go to
they
the
connect
nodes.
to the node boards down
Yep.
below, right?
And you can see kind of the diagram here.
Yeah.
CPU board goes to speakers, to the node bus to the cabinet,
Right.
node bus to the playfield.
Yep.
So there's 2 node buses basically, right?
Right, and you can see that 2 wires there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really all it is those node boards. And in the past, I think when they first came up with that, I heard some complaints about the node boards failing, but that was early on, I think. Now, we've never had any problems, right? With
With Ghostbusters, I was getting a node. I did have some kind of node error thing, and I think I fixed it by the SD card was corrupted or something.
Oh, okay.
Does that sound right?
Yeah, I do remember that now. I remember you
Yeah.
told me about that. But with Stranger Things and Jurassic Park,
No.
we've never had any issues.
No, we've had no issue. Honestly, these games have been super reliable.
Yeah.
I know in the beginning we had like old Williams and Data East,
Problems every week.
problems every week, and these games have just been rock solid,
Yeah.
honestly.
I think
Even the
it's
Ghostbusters been here the longest, what, 5 years?
Right. And
What is,
never any issues.
just a couple LEDs.
Have you rebuilt the flippers or anything?
No, I haven't, and it
it's
plays
been
pretty
5
great.
years. Yeah.
The one issue we were having was like the LEDs kept falling out of there. I know we can probably get
Yeah.
a fix with that with some little Teflon tape.
I remember that now, yeah.
Yeah. So very cool. So yeah, that's our kind of early impressions of the game. Again, we only played it twice, but
Right.
it seems pretty darn cool.
I agree. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's a great title, and I'm just glad that it's not another Rock Band or whatever.
Right, because we were talking, we're like, we want to get another movie.
Yeah.
Or something like TV
different.
show that
Right.
is part of the zeitgeist, you know,
Yeah.
not Rolling Stones. No kids are asking for that pinball.
No, they don't even know what that stuff is.
So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Why don't we go back to the basement, Jay?
Hey.
Great hanging out.
Hey, John, good seeing you.
All right, let's go, guys.
I don't know what to make of this.
All right, guys, there you have it. That was the Stern Mandalorian Pro pinball machine. What'd you guys think, huh? Pretty cool looking table. I have to say, my initial impressions were definitely wow, okay? I think the artwork is fantastic. I think the game looks really great. I'll say this though, I have played it a bunch more since we filmed the unboxing portion of the video, and I do feel like I'm always going for that center shot. Good or bad, I don't know, but it seems like it's a way to make things happen relatively easy. It's a way to get multi-ball going right off the bat. So I think time will tell here. I kind of feel like I like Stranger Things a little bit more, but I don't fully understand the rules just yet. There is like some equipment thing that's going on too. There's like these equipment slots. You pick up various weapons and stuff, and then you can activate them with the button on the lock bar, which seems kind of cool. So I don't know. Again, time will tell. What did you guys think of the Stern Mandalorian? All right, I want to talk about the Mortal Kombat 2 really quick. You'll notice that it's over here now, okay? Between Dragon's Lair and Donkey Kong. It used to be on the other side of the basement where I now have Jump Bug. I basically switched spaces with Jump Bug and Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was just too big over there, and you couldn't really get through easily. It was just too big and hulking, and it actually fit in really nicely right here. So anyway, I had this game working fully about a week ago. I had purchased a new chassis, I had it repaired, I put it in, it was working awesome. I even came down here and played a few games, I printed out the rated moves, I was in heaven, this topic was behind me. Then a few days after that, we came down here, turned the arcade on, and the monitor was dead and the game was playing blind. I'm like, what the heck? And then I also heard a high voltage arcing sound, okay? And usually that's like a cracked flyback or something, right? So I just turned it off immediately, and then today, before the video, I opened it up to kind of investigate, and the anode had fallen out, okay? There's a little suction cup with where the high voltage goes through. You have these two little rabbit ears that go into the tube, and it's high voltage, it's really dangerous, it's like the most dangerous part of the monitor, and that had fallen out of there. Apparently, I didn't get both of the ears in the hole and only one, and I have to admit, I had a hard time getting back there and really seeing what I was doing. Because the monitor is, there's a piece of wood behind the monitor, and then I was coming in underneath the door, right? So it's really tricky back there. So if you ever have to do what I did, be super careful, because it is high voltage, right? So anyway, I put the anode back in. It took me about a half hour to get it in there and be positive I really had it in. I had to get like pliers to keep bending the ears, until I had them really in there, and then you kind of lift the suction cup up to kind of peek to see if they're both in, but then you'd lift it up and the thing would pop out. It's not fun, okay? But I was positive I got them both in for sure this time, and I turned it on, and vertical collapse, horizontal line across the screen. So I'm right back where I was. So I don't know. I might grab the K7000 from the Turtles for now and just throw it in here. I don't really know. I gotta figure something out. This Polo is absolutely cursed, but the lesson here though is you gotta be really careful with the anode cup. Make sure you get both of those legs in there, really in there good. Because if only one's in there and the suction cup lets go, it will drop down and arc, and that's not a good situation. So, all right, let's do some viewer mail. If you guys want to participate in this, you need to send an email to me at john@johnsarcade.com. It could be a question, it could be a comment, it could be anything. Just send it to john@johnsarcade.com. All right, the first one here is from Kaylin. It says, hey John, I stumbled across your YouTube channel and it has helped me so much when attempting to restore my arcade cabinet. I recently got my hands on an X-Men vs. Street Fighter cabinet from 1996. I've never restored one of these, and I want to thank you for walking me through it with your videos. This showed up on my dock of my work. It was being thrown out because it came from a barn and was in rough shape. I opened it up, took a look. Other than the 3 wasp nests, live wasp nests, LOL, nothing seemed wrong, just dirty. I'm hoping to rebuild it all and make it look amazing. I've attached some photos of what I've done so far, so let me show you photos of the game right now. So that looks pretty good, man. I mean, that's a great cabinet to restore. Not super hard, kind of a simple cabinet. It looks like maybe some kind of a dynamo, I'm not sure. But he says here, any tips you think you can give me? Also, I want this thing to look badass, but I can't seem to find anything in terms of original side art. Only thing I can find is the newer stuff from the Walmart arcade one-up cabinets. Got any clues on where to look? Again, thanks for your videos, you rock. So, Kalen, I'm not positive. Admittedly, I'm not a giant fighting guy, but was this a conversion kit game only? Did they just sell like the marquee and the control panel overlay and the board as a kit to convert like Street Fighters to this game? I'm not really positive. Maybe someone could leave a comment below. But I did do some like quick Googling and looked around, and it doesn't seem like there is definitive side art. I would go to someone like Joe Zasbo. His website it's spelled like SZABO. He prints a lot of artwork and also has a lot of kind of like new artwork that has been made for games like this. Maybe reach out to him and see if he has some file he can print for you that would make some kind of cool side art for the cabinet. Or I guess maybe make your own if nothing really exists. I saw some where it's like the logo for the X-Men versus Street Fighter. Maybe you could put that on the side. I saw some other of some of the characters, like a small piece, but I didn't see anything consistently in all the images I was looking at. So if someone knows, leave a comment below for Kalen. All right. Let's see here. I think that was a Mortal Kombat 1 cabinet with the... Is that a Mortal Kombat 1 cabinet? I don't know. I'm sure you guys will say below in the comments. All right, next email here is from Mark. It says, hi, John. Mark from Chicago. I liked your new video today. Thanks for that. Was wondering if you talked to Adam from One Circuit about his FPGA pole position progress. Haven't heard from him in a while. Well, thanks for your time and reading this. Take care, Mark. So yeah, my friend Adam has been working on a pole position clone board for quite some time, and he hasn't finished it. I believe that to be true. I haven't checked in with him in a while, and I should, but I know that Adam is definitely working on it. I do also know that his family takes priority over this. So it'll be done, I guess, when it's done. I'm not speaking for him, but that's kind of what I think's happening. I know that Arcade Jason, though, did kind of make a kind of interim solution. Not FPGA, it is emulated, but he did a Raspberry Pi pole position board that plugs into the harness. You know, maybe you can look into that. And I know my buddy Jay had one of those. I'm not sure how it plays. I haven't tried it, but that's another solution that's out there. I know that when Adam finishes this, it's going to be amazing. Like, I can't wait till it's done because I want pole position 1 and 2 over there, like some of my favorite games. So not really sure, Mark, though. Sorry. All right, next email here is from Guru, and it says, hi, John. I made a similar comment on your latest YouTube video, but in case you didn't see it, you might want to read this out in your next video to educate unknowing people about the issues with PC-based arcade games. Now, Guru is, I believe, involved heavily with the whole MAME project. He says here that newer PC-based games are not easier to fix. They're often tied to a specific OEM motherboard that is not available, and an NVIDIA or ATI video card that is also OEM and has a custom BIOS, so buying a new stock retail video card won't work, assuming you could get the old cards, which you can't. A lot of newer games also have locked hard drives, or they require a specific model hard drive, or the game is tied to the serial number of the hard drive, so you can't just make a backup of the drive. Many operators don't realize this until after the hard drive dies, so they try to get a new hard drive, and usually the manufacturer will charge a few $1,000s just for a new drive, assuming they will still support it if it's less than 3 years old, or if it's less than 3 years old. After that, you got no support and no spare parts. The high cost of replacement hard drive usually means the operator scraps the cabinet and moves on. Namco, Sega, and Konami PC-based games are even worse, with fully custom motherboards and custom video cards and other protection devices, as well as custom I/O board. If anything goes wrong with the game, it's essentially scrap, and that is exactly what the manufacturers want. Games now are definitely not made to last 40 plus years. There is a whole industry ministry of money-making hackers who sell cracked hard drives, protection or restrictions removed, and they add their own protection to stop people copying them. In general, PC-based arcade games will die and they won't be fixable, so stay away from them unless you want a big headache. The right to repair legislation in the U.S. might go a long way towards fixing the problem arcade collectors face if it passes, but it's probably going to be many years before anything actually passes for general consumers. Sorry, John. As far as PC-based arcade gaming is concerned, it's all bad news. If anyone wants to support the right to repair movement, be sure to check out Louis Roseman, who is heading the project to educate more people about the evil ways of electronic manufacturers, and he has a YouTube channel, looks like it's Rossman Group. He also had a follow-up email that says, forgot to add, you should, actually, is there more here? No, that's it, okay. He also says, I forgot to add, you should tell your buddy Jay to go through all of his games and back up the hard drives while they are still working. A lot of them are not backed up in MAME because they are not on MAME. PC games in general are not a target for MAME, so most of those are not backed up and there are no public address archives. For many of them, many earlier games don't have any serial number protection or locking, so you might be lucky and be able to back them up, but just in case, make the backup, then be sure to test it on the game. A backup is no good if it doesn't actually work. Many people back up drives thinking they are okay, but when they need it, they discover the backup is no good. Especially the dedicated special cabs. For example, one of the cabs in the video was a DDR Supernova. The hardware is called Konami Python 2 and is a Sony PS2 base. You can see a picture of it here. Konami didn't even hide the fact that the inside, the metal box, there is a stock retail Japanese fat PS2 in the back. Is a Sony IDE hard drive adapter, and plugged in is a Sony SCPH20401 40 gigabyte IDE hard drive. The system boots from the hard drive, and there are no ROMs or DVDs inside. These are notorious for failing. I know a local operator had to scrap a DDR Supernova and a Thrill Drive 3 because of dead hard drives. Konami wanted $2,000 for a new hard drive, so the operator scrapped the cab. Back up the hard drive-based games now before it's too late. Otherwise, when it does, it'll be game over permanently. It's possible he should make an effort to convert as many as possible to the newer SATA hard drives, compact flash SD cards, or SATA SSDs. I own both Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct 2, and I converted both to use SD cards since I have a ROM hack that removed the hard drive model. Type check. He says here, stick with older ROM-based games because anything with a PC in it is a ticking time bomb. So Guru, probably really great advice from a guy with a lot of experience. I'll say the limited experience we've had with the PC games has been that the things that have broken have been common parts like power supplies, CD-ROM drives, DVD-ROM drives that we were able to find like on eBay, and even ATX power supplies. We did have a video card go die on us on Aliens, and we were able to find another one, and we were back in business. So I think we've probably been lucky. I know like on Area 51, that had a hard drive, and we replaced that with a compact flash, and maybe that had the hack, I don't know, but that's not really PC based. So maybe we've been lucky, Guru, and probably good advice. But I'll say this though, as we start collecting or getting newer games to put on location, because that's kind of a direction we're going, we're kind of being forced into the PC based games, because I don't think they're making ROM-based games anymore, and if we want to get newer, exciting things, I know like we just got a pair of Super Bikes, and I recently updated the version number of, because we had 3.04 on one of them and 3.02 on the other, and I updated the one to 3.04 using the CD-ROM drive, DVD-ROM drive with the discs. We had the discs, and we put it in there and re-imaged the drive, and that was kind of painless, but maybe we've just been really lucky, Guru. I'm not sure. So thanks for the comments and the insight. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Be sure to check out my podcast, Video Game Outsiders, at videogameoutsiders.com. I do that podcast every single week and have been for about 16 years or so. So you can also search for Video Game Outsiders wherever you can find podcasts. So, all right, that's it for this video. I'll see you very soon. Later, and bye.